Hi, we're at the BIGGA Turf Management Exhibition in Harrogate, and we've bumped into a very special person who's going to be hosting the awards evening tonight. It's the Jazzy Golfer.
Hi.
Jasmine, obviously this is a big event, as you can see. We've got hundreds of delegates from all over the country. We're hosting the awards, 3 awards that are up tonight. So have you done this before? Have you been to this exhibition before?
Do you know what? I haven't, and it's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Like, it's just endless. There's so many interesting things, and you know, I've done a bit of content with greenkeepers, and I've worked closely with BIGGA before, and I thought I knew a bit about greenkeeping. When you come here and you realise just how much is involved in being a greenkeeper or working, you know, on golf courses, it's absolutely fantastic.
And you're obviously doing a lot in golf at the moment. You've got this fantastic contract with CNN. Has that started? Do you fly over there regularly? What's happening, or have you even?
So they were looking for a new presenter for their show Living Golf on the CNN International channel, and yeah, that's now me. So delighted to take up that mantle. There is an episode on every month, and we fly all over the world and tell the stories of just wonderful kind of players, people, courses in golf, destinations, to just show how wonderful our sport is.
Where have you been so far?
So far, Switzerland, Dubai, Scotland, Spain. So yeah, hopefully a busy year ahead as well.
Sounds wonderful. The women in golf community that you set up, still continuing to grow.
Yes.
Do you want to tell people a little bit about that? I know we've done the story before,
Sure.
but how's it developed and it's still growing?
It's been wonderful. We've got 14 locations all across the UK. We recently launched our first Scotland one. We've got Wales, and then we've got 12 in England, hoping for Ireland in the coming months. So those are just meetups where women turn up. You know, it's a safe, fun space for women to hit balls and just enjoy themselves. And then also the community exists in a Facebook group online, and there's nearly 2,500 of us already. We've had kind of minimal marketing, it's just been through word of mouth, and you know, that's how a kind of strong community really does grow. So,
and what's the name of the page? What's the actual
product? The UK Women's Golf Community.
UK Women's Golf Community.
Yeah.
All right, well, good luck tonight. And
Thank you very much.
Enjoy the awards.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, now I'm here with Tim Mobb, who's the president of the European Institute of Golf Course Architects. Tim, thanks for joining us. Obviously, lots of activity around building golf courses around the world. It's a huge boom we've had, and obviously the demand for building courses doesn't seem like it's going to stop anytime soon. Just it'd be interesting to know what you guys do and what you're all about.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it won't stop. But yes. You know, we as golf course architects, you know, do build new golf courses, but we also renovate and refurbish existing courses. And our European Institute of Golf Course Architects is a professional body representing golf course architects across Europe, but actually across the world now.
Right.
And we'd like to think that our members work around the world as well. So, you know, our sort of pillars of success or pillars of what we're trying to achieve is based on education and getting our members visible out in the industry, because you know, golf course architecture is a specialised discipline.
Yeah.
And we always believe that when a golf course architect is involved with a project, it's a more rounded result, working with the greenkeepers and the operations staff. So it's, you know, part of a big team to deliver the final product.
And see if people have an idea of just how much activity there is at the moment. How many golf courses are being built in the year around the world at the moment per year? I'll throw you. You're on the spot with that.
There'll be new courses around the world. There'll be dozens, I would think. I wouldn't think hundreds, but you know, dozens, I would say. But you know, a lot of the work that our members do, and golf course architects in general, is the refurbishment of golf courses. Sure. And that will be in the thousands. You know, we will be working on thousands of golf courses around the world, and golf clubs will benefit from having a golf golf course architect involved.
And in terms of sustainability, which is an incredibly hot topic in terms for any golf course, never mind the ones that are being built in particularly dry places, water conservation and all the rest of it, is that something that people were surprised how much work is going on?
Yeah, well, sustainability, reducing the grassing footprint is really important as well, and that takes a design consideration with that. The habitat and the landscape is really important. So, again, it's just bringing that well-rounded response and consideration to a golf course product.
Great. All right. Well, thank you very much for your time.
Okay.
Thanks, Tim.
Have a good week.
Hi, the BIGGA Turf Management Exhibition, and obviously it's a huge conference. In fact, I've just been told that this conference brings more money into the town of Harrogate than any other, and part of the reason for that is people like this gentleman here who come a long, long way to speak about their specialist area of expertise. This is Fred Jelverton. He's come from all the way from North Carolina State University. I had to check his name badge there because we just bumped into each other.
Yeah.
And he specialises in weed control, and Fred's going to talk. Fred,
yes,
you've come a long way. Have you been here before? First time in the UK or anything?
Well,
like
I've been to the UK many times.
Okay.
I do work all over the world. Actually headed tomorrow to Dubai, do some work over there. So anyway, I go all over the world, but I'm speaking here, and I spent a lot of time research on weed management and turf. So I spoke on that here. Annual, or you call it annual meadowgrass here in the UK, is a big playability issue on golf courses. So I spoke about that. But I also gave a talk on the effects of climate change on turfgrass pests and turfgrass management. So what we're finding is we're seeing some pretty definitive things that are affecting golf course management with respect to changing climate. We're seeing pest populations move. We're seeing, in some cases, more diseases, more insects, more weeds, and also because our nighttime temperatures are actually warming faster than daytime temperatures, so the ability for turf to recover at night is not as good as it used to be. So it's we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of impacts of a changing climate, a warming climate has on turfgrass management. So, but we'll work with through research and things. We'll have to adjust, and do the best we can to do our part for reducing the impacts of climate change.
And in terms of where you're having to go a lot, you're obviously very much in demand because it seems to be happening quite quicker than a lot of people.
It is. In fact, if we go back and look at the models a lot of people came out with 10, 20 years ago, what we're finding is they were exactly right.
Right.
When the models came out about what was going to happen, with respect to climate change, a lot of people said, that's the sky is falling, right? But what we're finding is when we go back and look at it is a lot of the predictions were pretty accurate. So, So as we look at the models now for the future, we have to look at those models and say, they were right before, so we need to pay attention to them. And unfortunately, it's a topic that gets a lot of mischaracterization. A lot of things are just not true. But one thing is for sure: the climate is warming, and we know why. And we have to be prepared. And kind of peek in the future and see where we're going in terms of how much. But here's the important thing: little small changes in temperature cause big changes with things in nature, like golf course turf and pests. So, for instance, the UK may have more of a certain type of disease that they haven't had before because the climate is warmer. But that disease we manage in other places, so we know how to manage it. It's just that maybe in the UK you haven't had to manage it, if that makes sense. So those are the type of things we're dealing with. Now, we also have some situations where we're getting some pests that we've never had before. So have to deal with that too.
Well, thanks very much for your time and enjoy the rest of the conference.
Thank you very much. Good to be here. Always good to be here.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.